Missions that had the NBA world on fire last night. Let's bring in our guy Kendrick Perkins to join us as we dive into this conversation.
KP.
Kendrick, we'll get to you in a moment. Stephen A., you're up first. Who was the biggest all-star snub?
This hurts to admit to you. I think it was Devin Booker. And the reason why I say it hurts me to say, in the interest of full disclosure, y'all know that not only do I do this show and I host my other show, Stephen A's World, and Sports Center, you know, with Stephen A for my NBA show, but I'm also executive producing a docuseries, you know, Why Not Us, on the North Carolina Central University basketball program. It's me with Roadside Entertainment and CP3, Chris Paul. And the reason why I say it hurts me to say this is because I love Chris Paul and I love his game and I love the fact that he's an all-star. But if you're going to pick a Phoenix Sun, it was supposed to be Devin Booker before Chris Paul. That's my issue. I look at all of these guys. All of these guys on the squad are deserving of being on the squad. Somebody was going to get snubbed, and we get that. But when I look at the Phoenix Suns, you're 20-10. Okay, you're 20-10. You're the top 4 seed in the Western Conference as we speak. Okay, Devin Booker is leading the way with 24 a game on 50% shooting. He's balling. And nearly 40% shooting from three-point range. He's gotten better. They're a top 4, top 5 defensive team in the NBA. Monty Williams, oh, by the way, look, when we sit here and we talk about the paucity of black coaches in the National Basketball Association, black men that have been assistants for years that are getting bypassed and ain't getting the opportunity. I mean, there have been examples before. But the job that Monty Williams is doing in Phoenix, is anybody paying attention? 8-0 in the bubble. People thought it was a fluke. They come out. They start off 11-9 or something like that. They've won 9 of their last 10 games. They are balling. And Devin Booker is leading the way. Love CP3. Love him. And happy for and proud of his leadership with the NBPA. Proud that he gets on the court and do what he does. But if there was a Phoenix Sun that was supposed to be on the All-Star game, on the All-Star team out of the Western Conference, it was supposed to be Devin Booker before CP3. And I think even CP3 would agree with that. I'm sorry.
Look, I'm glad you brought up who should be left off, because you can say whatever you want about a snub. It's only a snub. Now tell me who you're going to snub who's on the team. So I agree with you, by the way, on the Western Conference. If you talk about guards, Devin Booker ahead of CP3, and that's saying a lot. CP3's been great. But I'll tell you something else. Devin Booker has to be on the team. He has to be on the team. I don't care what you have to do, because it's an all-star game. And the star appeal and the spectacular nature of someone's game has got to matter in a tiebreaker. Even sometimes, I'll tell you who. Paul George, the great two-way player. He's having an all-star season, the whole thing. You want to say, well, actually, technically, he's more valuable because of this and that. I would take Devin Booker before I took him. I got to be honest. I would take Devin Booker before a whole bunch of guys. They were 8-0 in the bubble. They were undefeated in the bubble. They win twice as much as they lose this season. And his game reminds me of, you know, we talk about attitude and who reminds you the most of the Mamba mentality and everything. But his offensive game reminds me of a little mini Kobe Bryant. Like, what can't he do offensively in terms of scoring? Devin Booker's got to be on the team.
Look, Stephen A. Max, I don't disagree with either one of you. I strongly believe that Devin Booker should be on the team, and I do believe he got snubbed. But here it is. You know, I come from old country Beaumont, Texas, and I was raised by my grandparents, and my grandmother is from Louisiana. And when someone makes a dumb mistake, she used to always say, God bless their heart, baby. They don't know no better. And that's how I feel about the coaches right now. Because the way that they did Domantas Sabonis is just ridiculous, okay? This guy is so valuable to the league. It's crazy. He is a baby Jokic. He does everything for this Pacers team. He is averaging 21 points, almost 12 rebounds a game, with 5 dimes a game. The offense runs through him. It's nothing that he can't do offensively. You talk about a great passing big, he's up there. You talk about a great rebounder, he's up there. You talk about a guy that's able to put it on the floor and put it in the basket in majority of the ways, he's up there. Now, who would I take off the list in the Eastern Conference? It's Vucevic. It's Big Vucevic. Vucevic. I always struggle
Vucevic.
with his name. But I would take him off for the simple fact that the coaches vote for the reserves, okay? And they always want to move the goalposts, and they say, "Oh, we want to vote someone in that is performing at a high level individually and impacting winning." The Orlando Magic are not winning right now. So how did he make it above Sabonis?
Well,
Sabonis has to get his just due, and I feel like he was the biggest snub.
That's a good choice. I still don't think it's bigger than Devin Booker, but that's a damn good choice that you make. I know we got to move on. The only thing that I want to say is, Big Perk, I got to get on you about something. If you want somebody to come at you on a debate show, man, you can't be bringing up grandma. How we going to disagree with grandma? You can't do that to us. I mean, what we supposed to do? We can't come back at you and hey, we don't care about what grandma did. No, of course we do. We can't say anything about grandma. You can't do that to us. That's handicapping us, man.
Louisiana slang out there, because when they say bib, he be saying that a lot. That's all.
Okay. All right. I'll go with
Stephen
that.
A., I'm trying to get Granny on the radio show.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get Granny on the radio show. And I'll tell you something else. I think she wants to come on, and Perk is keeping us apart. That's right, Perk. I said it.
Nah. I want Stone on first take. That's who I want on first take. I want the little one right there, Mac. You remember? That's who I want on first take. That's who I want to see on first take. That's what I want to see. I'm sorry.
You special family.
That box office right there.
Perk. They don't know no better. All right, guys, let me get in one more debate here before we say goodbye. So moving on, this year marked the shortest offseason in the history of the NBA. And despite that, we've seen some of the biggest performances from the league's brightest stars. That being said, who's been the best player in the NBA this season, Max?
Joel Embiid. At this point in the season, Joel Embiid's been the best player in the NBA. Let me tell you something. This shocked me. First of all, offensively, look at all the numbers. He's been the best. Look at all the numbers. He's been the best offensively. Defensively, I would argue, he's also been the best. There's offense and there's defense. Well, what else is there? There's winning. His team has the best record in the conference. They can't win without him. Much better record with him than without him, in spite of the fact that Simmons is also playing very well. No, it's Joel Embiid, and here's something that blew my mind. Guys, do you know who has the highest scoring average per 36 minutes in the history of the NBA for their careers? For their careers, because Jordan's number one, KD is number 3, Kobe's on that list in the top 10. Number 1 per 36 minutes for his career after he dropped 50 the other day? Joel Embiid. People don't know. And this year, guys, he's in shape and he's healthy. He's been the best player in the league so far.
Well, with all due respect to GOAT LeBron James and Joel Embiid and Big Jokic, the best player in the league this year, February 24th, 2021, has been James Harden. Look, not only is he the best player, he's the best point guard in the league. And if you look at what James Harden has been doing this season is arguably his best season of his career. Yes, he's only averaging 25 points, but we all know he's capable of averaging 30. He's done it the last 3 years, averaged 30 plus a night. But look, on top of that, he is averaging his highs in rebounding at 11.6. He's averaging, at assists, he's averaging 11.6 assists, leading the league in assists. He's averaging 8.5 rebounds, his career high. He's averaging a career high of shooting 50 from the field. So let me take you down. That's not going to affect me. Well, Sacramento Kings have been waiting on them. And guess what? He dropped a 29-point down memory lane for a second. They just went on, the Brooklyn Nets just went on a West Coast trip. First stop, Golden State Warriors. James Harden goes into Steph Curry Arena and gives him that business. They take a bus ride to Sacramento. He goes down. Been hearing the chatter about De'Aaron Fox. He gives them that work. And then on the back-to-back, he goes to Phoenix without Kevin Durant and without Kyrie Irving, being down 21 at the half, while the Phoenix Suns Compton, where he was born and raised, and take on the top dogs in the Lakers and Clippers and hand them the business, and then fly back